Austin, Texas. The Longhorns 5-1 scoring behind Rutgers' Dylan Harper. We are underway here from the Moody Center. Entirely new starting lineup for the Longhorns this year, bringing in a number of transfers. But there's the freshman we just talked about. Horns won that one by 27. Spinning in the paint is Veneer Newton, but spinning a little bit. To Delaware State team that nearly made the NCAA tournament last year as Texas going down low.
And come together.
There's the senior big man, Cade. A lot of success as of late over the last few seasons in the college ranks for both of these squads as well, brand new ball clubs. And the miss, Veneer.
Right in for a nice little layup right there.
This matchup between these two teams was pretty close through one half last year.
Pass, so it kind of slows you down and makes you reluctant to kind of get into your offense. Texas has to do a great.
Transfers brought into this program. A revamped team by Rodney Terry. Now in his third. There's Martez Robinson, kicks it back out. Robert Smith. Off the
that all day, a hand up on the shot, contested, and get out and run and get this.
How about Caden Shedrick?
Screens, and you saw right there, beautiful post move by the big fella.
Longhorns up by 6 early, working in the paint. Double team, throws it up, gets the board, still working hard underneath and gets it to fall. They fell in love with the three-pointer a little bit too much. Rodney Terry said, go back to attack in the paint. That's what you do.
Advantage, 3-on-2, getting a good shot up, get back defensively.
Smith with Pope in his face, buries it. It's senior, so they call Robert Smith Jr. Man, it's as simple as that. Weaver from the corner, no. Conference team here, 20-0, 33-5 all time. From the Moody Center, Trey Johnson with the. Once again, it's Johnson from the corner, halfway down. And
play on all 3 levels. A lot of people remember Ray as a spot-up shooter, but like Trey Johnson, a guy that can handle the ball, get to.
Johnson, Texas with numbers, give and go. Trey Johnson and one.
Right down the alley. His teammates trusting him. That's how you lead to that.
Johnson, an 83% free throw shooter. Come
just entering the game is Tremont Mark. Now this young man has a lot of playing under his belt.
For Texas, making his Moody Center debut, missed a few games with an ankle injury. Meanwhile, it's Kaluma from the outside. He can hit it. He can also drive to the paint. As we've already seen, here's Tremont Mark, a little bit too free right with 10 new faces as they force the turnover. Mark lobs it and the alley-oop to Kaluma. But they do get the offensive rebound back to Watson. Kicks it wide to Shepard, another miss. Offensive
ball moving it to his teammates, you knowing he can always get his shot.
Watson with a hand in his face, halfway down and back out.
Let's bring it to him, this 1-2-2 zone against St. Joe's, and it was a little difference when they handled it. So let's see if they learn, and I think that can very well get up to 11 if things play out right.
Texas right now, before the year began. Delaware State throws it away. The top 10 as well, along with Kentucky and Alabama. Meanwhile, now Texas, ever since they were cold from downtown, they can't miss.
You see all of that right there kind of bottled into one, and they kind of reflect who he is. A guy that's going to go out. Starting to figure out that zone Delaware State is playing.
Yeah, they surprised Texas with it last year, but not a surprise today. I
get somebody, there you go, either screen the zone or get to the high post in the zone.
Mark from the corner, off the side of the wave. Tremont Mark barreling his way through the defense and gets it to fall.
That's
that one halfway back down. The putback by Raymond Somerville.
Great job hitting the glass. You're not going to put a body on.
At 5, Shedrick got to make a move. Drives baseline. Nowhere to go. Comes up short. Robinson. Kendall Weaver with a hand in the face of Watson. Helps alter that shot.
Good. Contested effort.
Oh, look at the boost by Shedrick.
I love this. Great move by the big fella to finish.
You get a 6'11" player moving like that. Meanwhile, here's Kendall Weaver throwing it up and draws the whistle. Opening month of the season for Coach Hurley. They've already lost 3. Shedrick. Holly Springs, North Carolina. Down low, Austin Andrews. 34 in the first half. And Texas never lost to a non-conference team here at the Moody. Johnson, as we said, has scored at least 16 in every game in a Longhorns uniform. So Texas now in a scoring drought, nearly 3 minutes. Working in the paint is Watson. He brings 136 games of experience in his career.
Yeah.
Watson hands it off. Martez Robinson over Johnson. But it simply turned out not to be true. Weaver with the miss. The charity stripe.
Good job by Robinson.
Is here tonight. Makes that one.
I put it back on now, so maybe this will open up something. Here we go. Let's see.
I think you jinxed him. Kaluma, never mind. And Texas, all alone is Julian Larry.
Great job right there, Arthur. Delaware State. Don't lose him.
There's Trey. Batted out by Shedrick. Back the other way. Johnson calling for it. Driving, gliding through the paint. But backs into the rack.
That's just good energy right there. Anytime you play like that, you're missing little bunnies, but
Johnson off the front of the iron. Shedrick reaching back for it. Caden Shedrick. Texas has held Delaware State to 25% from the field, but there's Watson getting can't get it to fall, but regardless, an impressive first
down there. If you give him the ball, know that he's going to be a problem to score if you play him one-on-one.
Starting off this second.
He's going to continue to be there, Newton is, and you better get a hand up on him.
Trey Johnson up to 13. Just a sensational talent. The 23rd McDonald's All-American in Texas history. Delaware State's talented Texas squad.
We're playing our basketball. Forget looking at the score. We'll continue to chop it down. I'm not sure Coach Waterman is looking for that, but a great guy, Newton. I'm telling you, a battery in his back at all times. Going to continue to play hard.
We want for
the block party.
Andrews. Smith out wide this time, gets it to fall.
There he is. A lot of people were looking.
Missed a wide open Caden Shedrick a moment ago. Shedrick was calling for it. Meanwhile, from the outside is Pope and connects.
Wow.
Protecting the ball well in his first year with the Longhorns.
That's what you have to do. You better be able to protect that ball, and he's doing a terrific job of it.
Watson makes both free throws. Pope, the Longhorns are going to have 5 1,000-point scorers before it's all said and done. And Arthur.
That's pretty cool. I wish I would have got an undergrad degree and then been able to play a little bit more. Yeah.
Defensive board. Watson. Smith over Kaluma. Off the back.
Right there. It was a good job having
Pope got elbowed in the face, turns to the referee, arguing it is the freshman confident in where the ball should go.
That's all that is, and that's good. That's what it's all about. It's not about him getting his buckets. It's not about him getting his opportunities to shoot the ball.
Look at Martez Robinson. Did a nice job working his way down. Here's Somerville, the two big 6'11" players working on each other. And Somerville makes the first. The Hornets are making a half out of it. Yeah. They're only getting outscored. Larry splits the D, drops it in.
There you go. Really good job right there.
Here with Indiana State. Watson in front of Shedrick, rolls around at
one-on-one. You did a great job in the first half.
Yeah, these two 6'11" players, Somerville getting in the 13.5 to play. Batted up in the air. Watson comes up with the offensive board. Mark turning on the afterburners. Larry looked up, dribbled it off his foot. Back the other way with the shove. Robert Smith.
Into a 3-2. See if Texas learned something from it.
Mark left wide open in the corner.
Will be in question is how healthy Texas is and the continuity on both ends of the floor. What you're going to get with that Alabama level up. They do have the talent, Texas does. But as you see, post entries like that.
Prior out of Houston with an ankle injury.
Yeah. And see, that's where you got to be able to move. And then he has to have an outlet. Somebody has to come to the ball to help. Like right now, everybody's just standing on this offense. We talk about handling the ball, coming in for Larry now. We haven't seen him since his early on with his back going in this challenge.
Driving baseline, Tremont Mark kicks it out to Pope over to Onyema.
Now, he can play bigger because his athletic wingspan makes up for all of that.
Rodney Terry's squad has some depth.
Him being efficient. And I didn't know that he was this much of a willing passer because of that. That's a freshman, knowing that he can really, really get his shots up.
Smith. Clippers right now know who Dale Ellis was.
Not at all.
Unbelievable three-point shooter.
And they should do their homework. As much as he can shoot the ball from the perimeter, Del Ellis was athletic, and a lot of people don't know that. But when you talk about, the city would have loved that.
At the free throw line, Corey Perkins. Good to see him back and healthy.
Flip the switch, get in and get it going for guys, because there's going to be a lot of times Delaware State is not playing in front of a pass.
If you're Stan Waterman, you say, listen, they paid us to come here. We're giving them all they can handle here in the second half.
Then dunked it. That should be a contest dunk. That's worth about 10 points right there. Wow.
With it, Mark knocked down. Play continues. Left wide open is Corey Perkins. Underway in the SEC opener. What a way to open things up against their arch rival, the Aggies. Mike Tyson.
Not the tired. My legs are gimpy, and Netflix messing up. And
Texas up 74-51 over Delaware State, but the Hornets.
Also, these guys are competitors. Coach Waterman said in the pregame, "What do you want to see from your team?" He said, "I just want to." This is now. This is how you exert energy, switching on all ball screens and being out.
Smith can't miss right now. That double-double, 5.5 minutes to go. Now 12 points on the night.
Other ways that he can get easy buckets and affect the game. Impactful minutes.
The perimeter guarding Smith. He kicks it across the corner. And bearing the three is Corey.
Got to be able to close out high, send them inside.
Mark keeping it himself, gets it to
good when you're working out. But in between these lines, let's get it on.
You noticed it was one of the officials talking to
and things will be fine.
3-on-1 for Texas, Trey Johnson.
Woo! Looking for that double-double steal from Shedrick. You found it. Match inside, brought the double, skipped it out, was unselfish, got to make it.
Smith taking over for Delaware State. Pull-up jumper. Shedrick rips down the board. And Caden.
I mean, it's all of it. The vitriol that's going to be in that game, man, they're going to play full-fledged, and I love it.
Kendall Weaver. Always giving 110%. Smith fouled. That's Robinson. He spent his first year as a high school in Austin. And as you mentioned, transferred to Oak Hill. Larry from outside. Low as well.
Yeah, that's a recipe for some success. I promise you that. Now you need to find somebody who can lean on those guys. If you're going to play that up-tempo style that Coach Terry likes to play, it's going to be a lot.
SEC-ACC matchup against NC State for the Longhorns after this one. On the season, on the verge of cracking the top 25. Weaver going to the rack.
Yeah, he's been flirting with that. They got some competitors on that team.
That'll do it here in 34-5 all-time here at the Moody's.